Welcome to the last element, the illest in the game with Manny, Angie, and I, Cesar. This is our first episode ever, that young cherry popper. Today we're going to break down our feelings about Cozy Tapes Volume 1. Alright, we on.
So it's your girl Angie, and here's my take on the Cozy Tapes Volume 1. Like, I did enjoy it, but I'm not a big fan of it yet. Maybe I'll catch on, maybe it won't. But I do like the idea that the subtitle of the title itself was Friends, and I like it because it's like all of ASAP mob together as friends, just spinning off each other, like just having a good time on the album.
Hey y'all, this is Manny. I really like the flow of the album. It just had a very repetitive feel in a way, especially, it started off strong with Lamborghini High. I really love that track, and then it just started to, just fall off, especially around track number 8 with a foreign skit and London Town. I still don't know why they didn't have Skepta in London Town. Like, he would have fit really perfectly in it. And I didn't really feel the song Runner with Lil Uzi. I'm not a big fan of Uzi, but I didn't really like that track.
Well, to me, this album, collective album, group project, you may say, whatever you want to call it, was very cozy in a way that it was fun, hype, and you could just get jiggy with it. From the intro, it reminded me of that Raycon and Ghostface Killer Wu-Tang era when they were talking about the Blue Clarks, trying to switch it up. It just had that New York vibe. A little reminder, they're from Harlem, and Harlem is the hype. You have to have that emotion when you go into it.
And I like how you said New York feel, because Nasty's World, A$AP Nas just brought out that New York feel, old school New York feel, especially with the boom bap sounds, and I really like that track, especially with the James Brown sample. It was a good change of pace compared to the rest of the album. It flowed for me.
You know what I did like about the album is, like, we don't get that New York vibe anymore in the rap game, and I like how they the first song, how they introduced it, like they were talking about the bodegas, like all this stuff, like shout out to the little New Yorkers out there, like we see you, and I like that it's like they're putting you guys back on the map though. It's like, it's New York. We don't hear that anymore. So yeah, I did like that.
Yeah, I felt just like I was riding that New York subway, seeing all the graffiti all tagged up. It had that vibe, like sitting in the corner, might be having something illegal in my pocket, might have a little Pelly jacket. Yeah.
Also, y'all keep in mind, this is the new New York in a way. It's not the old boom bap feel, even though they brought some of it in. It just, had a new style with also A$AP Rocky's flow. You could say it's more southern in a way, especially with the soft flows and everything. I feel like he had too much of his hand into this project.
Yeah, I feel like they were missing a lot of, like, A$AP Ferg. Like,
yeah, what was he?
Exactly, like, he was just MIA on the album.
Even though he did have a good track, though. I mean, like, with Lamborghini High, his hook and his, he had a line right there saying, Yammy's vision got us high. Catch flying right there in a Lambo. This whole project is paying homage to A$AP Yams, and I thought it was cool, for what it is. I thought it was really good.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel it. Like, I really think, like, A$AP Yams would have liked it, but at the same time, I feel like this album was supposed to come out, last year, 2015? So they had, like, another extra year to work on it, and I felt like like, once you put it on, it was so strong, and it just, like, declined for me, like, towards the middle of the album.
It did dip.
Yeah, but you could tell the progression from the tracks that were early released, 2015, 16, Traumatic, Escape. You could see the progression. Like, A$AP 12E's verse was cool, nice. It got to me. Like, I wanted to dance, bring out the Hennessy bottle, and just get jiggy with it. This whole tape was Yam's vision. I could see the Coogee sweaters on everybody. I could see everybody rocking the headbands. I could see it. Like, I could see Yams in this. I could see Yams speaking to me.
I get you, man. But like you said, A$AP 12E, I feel like he sounded a lot like Schoolboy in a way. He had that similar flow. Mm-hmm. But, it doesn't take away from his verse or track or anything. I really felt like he sounded a lot like him.
Yeah.
Like, who impressed me a lot, though, on this album? I feel like A$AP Ant. Like, we don't really listen to him. And it's like, these people, we don't really get to hear them. Just like what's really out there is just A$AP Ferg and A$AP Rocky. Like, that's all we ever hear. So to hear all of them like rap like that, it like really did impress me. And some of their like oh, there are more people. Like, for people who don't understand who ASAP Mob is together, like, it's a group. It's not just those two singers. You know what I mean?
I get you.
So it was like, it's kind of dope to have them like an album with all of them together and people could see it.
Maybe the tape could have been released when everybody had like an album out or a mixtape. Yeah, because 99% might not know who ASAP Ant is at all.
Just to keep the buzz going. Like, I feel like, especially, also taking it away from there, put that on my set. That song, I really liked it, especially with a UK grime artist, Skepta. Check out Konnichiwa if you haven't. That was probably one of the first grime albums that I've heard, and that really attracted me to him. So he had a really good chemistry with A$AP Rocky.
But one thing that kind of got me like a little disappointed about this album is like, we're just listening to so much Rocky, like just that's it. Like, I get it, he's the biggest one out of the group, but at the same time, you don't want to overshadow everybody else.
Also for BJ, the Chicago kid, in that song, I just really liked his melody and his flow. You know, Way High. That dude needs more recognition.
That was my song.
Yeah, man. He has a smooth voice that like just gets me very, very in the mood just to like be with the female or being just slow riding my whip.
Is that R&B, like his soul, like his sound, everything about him. I just love it.
Especially in his recent tracks. He had one with Common.
Yeah.
And man, that dude's been killing it. He needs more shine.
But he's so like underrated to me. Like, people don't give him the time of day, and it's like, it's so disappointing because I did see him, like, what was it, Janae's Aiko's her tour, and he was one of the opening acts, and oh my gosh, I just fell in love with the vibe. But everybody was just like sleeping on him.
Yeah, man. People just like don't really do their research no more on artists. Like, they just listen.
It's
Let's talk about the Onyx feature, New York. Onyx was wow. And back to the Skepta.
Also back to the Skepta song right now, put it on my set. Shout out to Lil Ari for producing the track. I thought that was really dope, especially the Willie Hutch sample. Yeah, man, like, I really like that track.
I liked it too, like the little beat they had going on, everything. And then it's like,
also for telephone calls, Cesar wants to talk about that.
Wow. Tyler the Creator, my dude. I can't even have no words. Like, that feature, you were talking ish about everybody, you feel me? But you killed it. You had that Vice City type of vibe, TDE, black hippie. You killed it. You were like dissing everybody. And one day, hopefully, I could ride your McLaren. And your beats, everything, he's like, you could say slept on artist, even though people are still stuck in his Our Future type of way. But he's grown over that.
Yeah, man, they don't want to give Tyler the shine, especially since he was all being crazy when he barely started in the game. Yeah, that dude was being crazy.
Don't get me wrong.
He seems like he's a new man, a new businessman in a way, and he came out with probably one of my favorite tracks right here, probably one of my favorite verses.
But people don't get it with Tyler the Creator. Like, people don't see that people have to grow in the industry, and they're not giving him that opportunity. They just want to see him as that one, like back in the days when he first came out. Yeah. And it's like, nah, that's not who he is no more. You grow, your bars get better. Like, a lot of things happen as like a rapper in the game when you're in this industry, you know?
Yeah, man, they don't want to see you grow, especially with in Bachelor, that song with Lil Yachty. I feel like he didn't really fit into it, but I still liked his verse because it had a good flow. Yeah, man. He had a really good flow. It grew on me. But overall, I really can't say much about it.
And let's just give a little shout out to the new youngin that got signed to the label, ASAP's label, Playboy Carti. Wow, he might be the next in the game. Like, he has so much talent. His ad-libs, everything. What? It's just something about him that attracts me to him.
But we'll see. Only time could tell.
Yeah, man. And overall, what you guys think of the album?
I give it a C+. Because I don't want to, downplay the album. I give it a C+.
I think it was overall a C, too, because it doesn't really stand up for me as much. But, it'll probably grow on me eventually.
Well, to me, it was like a B. Like baddie. For baddie, you feel me? It was an ASAP Yams. Like, if your ASAP Yams was here, he would have been proud. Yeah, so overall, as together, we will come as a conclusion as a C, right?
Yeah, man, average C.
So that's kind of like perfect, you feel me? It fit in. Cozy for C.
All right, man. The Last Element, Cozy Takes Volume 1. Thanks for listening. That's a
That's a
wrap.
wrap.